we were talking about the blowjob scene in Ghostbusters the other day. You know why that's there? So, you know when you watch Ghostbusters and you get to that bit where Dan Aykroyd gets sucked off by a ghost, and you watch it and go, what the fuck's happening? Why is
this reality right now?
Why is this weird bit of the film being jammed in here into a dream sequence of all things? Basically, originally, Dan Aykroyd when we're making Ghostbusters, I want to film a scene where I got sucked off by a ghost. And they went, no, we're not doing that. He went, no, you are. Come on, this is like my baby. I helped. I love Ghostbusters. If we don't do it, I'm walking. And they went, well, we don't want you to walk. You're contrary. He's like, yeah, but just, come on, film the blowjob scene. So they filmed the blowjob scene. Then they put it in the film and it tested horrendously.
Shocking.
Because it's at a fancy dress party and he goes upstairs and then the ghost is there and whatever. That's why he's dressed like a fucking admiral. So they were like, look, Dan, we're cutting it. And he went, no, it's so good. You can't cut the scene. And they went, look, it doesn't fit. It's tested horribly. We're getting rid of it. And he was like, no, God damn it, you have to leave it in. They were like, right, fine. We'll compromise. We're going to put it in a dream sequence. And that's why halfway through that film, Dan Aykroyd has a dream where he's dressed like an admiral and a ghost sucks him off.
Dan Aykroyd is off his fucking bottle.
What a fucking what a line to draw in the sand.
It's a powerful line that you're like, fuck it, I want to get sucked off by a ghost.
Oh God!
If you watch interviews with that man now, he is insane. It's so insane with his skull bottled vodka and his belief in aliens and
what
lizard people and all this kind of shit. He's fully gone.
Full lunatic.
Full lunatic.
Where is he on the scale of celebrity crazy? Is he past Jeff Goldblum but not quite a Mel Gibson?
I mean, I wouldn't say he's a Mel Gibson. He's definitely not
Randy Quaid.
He's definitely not Randy Quaid. No one's Randy Quaid levels of crazy. He's a special gem that we just have to cherish and rub.
It's meandering movies. It's meandering movies. It's meandering movies. So won't you lend an ear?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Meandering Movie Podcast. I am Gary Copeland, and my co-host is Gavina McCall. You said no one would remember it, and then I said let's record another one straight afterwards.
That's the only reason you did this. I was going to say something about like a submarine and stuff.
Well, now you're Gavina McCall.
Please do not swear.
Oh, God. What is she up? She's like the mum of Britain, isn't she?
She's doing like...
Oh, no, she used to be, and then Holly Willoughby's taken that.
She released a whole bunch of fitness DVDs.
Yeah.
And then she did that
off.
Channel 4 show, The Drop, with the money.
This week, we want to talk about what would be the worst jobs in fictional universes.
And what might be some of the better ones to have.
Yeah.
Because, for example, you said having a job in Men in Black could be pretty cool.
If you're a field agent, Men in Black, banging. You get to go out.
You get laser guns. You hang out with Tommy Lee Jones. You get covered in goo. It's a fucking dream.
You get covered in goo.
It's a fucking lads' night out in Barbados.
Why is that a prerequisite for you for a great job?
Laser guns, goo, and fucking bitches. What could be better?
Actually, wait.
Alien bitches.
Should we change this? Should we add some structure? I feel like a bit of structure.
You love to add structure.
I think so. What are the classifications of a good job?
Laser guns, goo, and bitches.
Well, I mean, if that's what you want, but I feel like every other film we're going to talk about...
That's true. When we get to, like, Lord of the Rings, it doesn't have laser guns. It has some goo. Not a lot of bitches.
Yeah, right. So what are we going to go for? Good hours?
Sure.
Yeah?
I mean, I feel like the Men in Black, the hour, like the time... You work a lot of overtime.
Well, yeah, right. So wait. Let's figure them out. Good hours.
Yeah.
Good pay / a
good salary.
But then I suppose you don't really know the salary, but I suppose it's like, so as long as the people look like they've kind of got a good...
Yeah.
They're living a life.
Good benefits.
Good benefits, yeah. We'll call it that.
Dental and pension.
Pay and salary benefits. Cool.
Yeah.
Good hours, good salary, good co-workers.
Yeah, that's important.
That's important. And finally, goo was
the
other one.
Goo.
How much you get gooed. Threats of life. That's a good shout. threat to life, and then goo.
For context, Stuart is still sitting here while we record podcasts, just swiping left and right on Tinder. That's all he does.
So there we go. Right.
He's
so
a man. He's
wait,
a man.
let's
he's
make.
a
Are you making a note of these
but
audio,
it's
boy?
women.
Did you make a note of any of them?
No,
What did I say?
I wasn't listening.
The hours you work, the salary, the benefits,
salary.
your co-workers, and the threat to life.
So on that Men in Black universe,
Yes.
the hours. I think you're right. I think the hours look
It's
like
going to be like kind of detective hours where like you're working long into
you're
the
on
night.
you're on call basically.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. If you get a little pager which is, hey, the world's about to explode because the Calaxian Empire has decided that they don't like two-legged species anymore, you got to come in.
You got to get your laser gun, your gun, your bitches.
We'd both be Agent G.
Oh, that's just, yeah.
That'd be confusing.
But you'd be GC and I'd be GS.
No, you only get one letter, mate.
Oh.
I mean, actually, in fact, does that mean that there's only one of us is going to have to be like
Yeah,
a
the whole
desk
naming
bitch?
system in Men in Black doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
But I think, is that because there's only 26 agents?
Oh, that's is it only 26 agents to a branch? Because that's the American branch,
Yeah.
and then Men in Black International coming out soon. That's the London branch.
Buzzing.
Are you
Yes.
for Men in Black International?
Why
Have you
not?
seen the trailers?
Yeah, it looks great.
It looks awful.
It looks awfully great. That film is 100%, fingers crossed, going to slot into my so bad it's good category.
I think it's just going to slot into so bad.
It's good category.
No, it's just bad.
so bad it's good.
It's just bad.
So, yeah, so you're on call. You got long hours. On top of the agent work, you got to do fucking desk shit.
Yeah, paperwork.
You see them all the time doing
Like, imagine like
paperwork.
the red tape you'll have to deal with if you lit off a laser gun in the middle of Manhattan.
That's going to be
That's
a
a lot.
fucking
That's a lot of
that's a
paperwork.
shit one.
You-
So, what are we going for hours? We give it out of 10? Should we go like 7 out of 10?
Sure, you love a ranking system so much that you somehow inject it into everything we talk about
Why do you not like ranking things?
because it's just boils things down to a level of nothing.
All right, fine. We won't rank it.
No, I want to do the ranking because you're so happy about it. Like, and imagine you you get on the bus or something, and like you're on there, and you go to
Yeah,
your bus
gotta-
driver, like, "Hey, bus driver, great ride. I'm going to give you 8 out of 10." And you're like, "What the fuck are you on about?"
It's my my brain slipping away from me. I got to count the seats, got to count the passengers, make sure there's the same amount of passengers are on the bus at all the same time. Everyone's in their correct seat.
And then you spit on them.
Right. Hours for Men in Black, I think they're not great.
No, you're
Not
going to be
good
working
hours.
long
hours on call and paperwork. We'll go for like a 3. Give it a 3.
And you're going to be chasing like fucking 8-legged arachnid beasts.
Arachnid beasts.
Downstairs.
Yeah. I mean, there's those big aliens though in the office. That's pretty fucking cool. You know,
Yeah.
Zingang, back and Bob.
Why do you
Twins.
remember that? Why is that in your mind? Of all the things you could remember,
I don't know.
you sometimes forget my name, but you remember those fucking things.
I really like that joke in the first Men in Black. That one's got a big long alien name and the other one's just called Bob.
It's a solid joke. The first Men in Black's a solid movie.
It's a solid movie.
Fucking Vincent D'Onofrio gives the performance of a lifetime.
I honestly, I feel like we talk about Vincent D'Onofrio and Men in Black a lot on this podcast.
It's that and Brendan Fraser's The Mummy. And the two films and the two actors we talk the most about.
Oh, okay, so we're gonna give Men in Black
in water.
sugar water. We're gonna give it a 3. Salary, I think is probably good in Men in Black.
I think it's just going to be a regular kind of like detective pay.
Nah, man, because I think the short amounts of time that you get to yourself, you have to do good shit. That's why, because you think that restaurant that K and J are eating in with all the crazy, it's like a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
And they're eating like full on massive steaks. I'm sure, look good.
I mean, Tommy Lee Jones looks like a man. No matter where he goes, he makes sure he gets paid well. Otherwise, he'll slap you.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I think salary, Men in Black look, and they're always wearing nice suits, sunglasses, car. I mean, it's probably a
Yeah, it's
work
probably all
car.
provided by the work.
Yeah, okay.
place.
Maybe not the car, but everything else I think looks
I mean,
fucking good.
our friend Ross is a police officer, and he's got a good salary. So
Yeah,
I guess Men in Black must get a even better salary.
are they government funded?
I think they're separate outside of the government. Because I think like at one point Kay's like, "Oh, we're outside the government. They don't have any control over what we do."
But then they know about the aliens that work in the post office, post system, and that.
I mean, I know about the aliens that work in the post office because it's all of them. You have to be an alien to work in the post office.
Yes, that is the joke, Gavin.
Licking all those stamps. That's
How do you look a stamp?
how aliens lick stamps, obviously. Also, no, I was gonna make a joke there, but I'm not gonna do
Yeah,
it.
don't make that joke.
My tongue has skills.
All right, salary. We're gonna go for a 7, I think.
Sure.
It's good salary.
Yeah.
All right, so co-workers. That's a tough one for the Men in Black.
I mean, apart from Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith, not a lot of great people working
Rip
there.
Torn.
He's on that scale with Randy Quaid and Mel Gibson though, where he's gone full fucking off his rocker.
Yeah, he went loony. He's
Who
dead
was it,
now,
Who
isn't
was
he?
it was in the third one? Was it?
Oh, it was what's her name? Emma Thompson.
Yeah, Emma Thompson. Emma Thompson was pretty fucking badass.
That's pretty good.
And then in international,
You get to work with some aliens.
Chris Hemsworth, Tessa Thompson, Liam Neeson.
Coffee drinking slug things that walk
Yeah,
around.
they're just the
A
worst.
talking dog.
I don't want a talking dog.
Huh?
I don't want to be near a talking dog.
Why?
No.
All of this stuff sounds like pure fucking joy to me. Go into work, high five some little aliens drinking little coffee cups. Say hello to my dog partner. He's all like, ah, a dog. What the fuck does any line that he says in that movie?
From what I remember, it was often just insults or jokes about his balls being cut off.
What a fucking great movie Men in Black is.
The
It's so fucking good.
The second one isn't though,
Second one's not.
and the
Let's
third
not talk
one's
about it.
even worse.
Oh no, third one's better than 2.
We're back to the. I mean, we've talked about this before the podcast, but fucking, I need to try apple pie with a wedge of cheddar cheese melted on top of it. I need to try it. I need to figure out what's that all about.
I'm gonna give Co-workers an 8. Well,
An
no,
8?
What are you gonna give it?
Like a 4.
All right, we'll split the difference. Call it 6. Because that's fair. That's fair. Threats of life.
Ooh. I mean, you're
Your job is literally
save the world
save the world.
from aliens that can disguise themselves as anything and can have. I
They
mean, it's
can
a
be in
fucking
robot men.
a 20-foot tall cockroach monster.
Just squeezes into a man's skin.
Ugh.
Will Smith almost dies delivering a squid baby.
He does. And then what's he get on him? Goo.
Which brings right threats of life. Men in Black universe
It's high.
So is that a 10 or is
Yeah,
that a
10
1?
out of 10.
10 out of 10. I think it's a 10 out of 10. Final category, which is gonna. This is only gonna work for this film, but it's
It's
in
not.
there.
It worked for all of them.
It's in there. Goo.
Goo. Now we get to the most important one. Settle in, folks, for the next 23-minute diatribe about goo and Men in Black. Well,
How many times do they get gooed in?
a lot.
They get the
literally,
baby.
like
The baby
so. The baby, like the movie opens where like an alien gets blown up and the guy gets covered in goo. Fucking at the end of the movie, Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones get eaten by a cockroach monster covered in goo.
So Tommy Lee Jones goes in it covered in goo.
Yeah.
Then he bursts out of it, covering them both in goo. And then they both explode it and get gooed a third time.
Yeah,
I
a
think?
lot of goo.
That's a lot of goo. The baby goos him.
The goo ratio is off the fucking charts, and I love it. I love a good gooing.
Love a good gooing. I
Again,
think.
not going to make the jokes.
I
Going
think
to dance around them.
I think Men in Black's gonna have to get a solid 10 out of
10
10,
out
on
of
the
10 on
goo,
a goo. Absolutely.
the goo meter as well. We're changing Threats of Life from a 10 to a 1 because 10 would be good and 1 is
Bad.
bad. All right,
And
that's
we're,
fine.
we're having
So,
goo at 10.
all in, out of a total score of 50, Men in Black scores 27. 27. That's good. That's a good place to work. 27
So-
out of 50.
If you go to the job centre tomorrow and there's the application process for Men in Black, would you apply for that job?
Fuck yeah. 100%.
Audio boy, you go to the job centre tomorrow, the application there for the Men in Black, do you apply for that job?
Not a fan of goo.
Oh, you gotta love the goo. I'm gonna get you into some real good goo. I know some people.
It sounds sexual.
Good goo.
I need to move out.
And Gav, are we gonna be agents G and G?
I will accept the offer of this job because I don't have to apply for it. They come to me, obviously.
Yeah, you're Will Smith.
Yeah, I'm
In
pulling
the
the
first
table
Men in
slowly
Black.
towards me.
That's cool. All right, sweet. So
Waiting-
yeah, 27.50.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good score. It's a good starting point as well. Star Wars was next, wasn't it?
Yeah, so the Empire,
The Empire.
i.e., like Stormtrooper or a guy who pulls one lever to activate a giant planet destroying laser, or Bin Man,
There's a lot of jobs to deal with in the Empire.
especially if you're on the Death Star.
Because I think in Star Wars the movies we just get to see the top really, and because let's talk about the Death Star. You're right.
I think working on the Death Star is a more intense version of like working on a airship. What do you call those things?
Carrier,
Is it just an airship carrier?
helicarrier.
Helicarrier? No, that's the thing from Avengers. What is it? What are they called? Those
Airship carrier.
is it just boat that carries planes.
An airship carrier.
Whatever it's called. Audio boy. What are the big boats that carry planes called? Aircraft carrier. Boom. Fucking nailed it. I'm so good. Anyway, so being on the Death Star is like a more... I love when sometimes Audio boy just stares off into the distance like, what am I doing with my life? So yeah, being on the Death Star, I think, is like a more intense version of being an aircraft carrier, where you have a massive planet-killing laser at your
disposal.
at any time.
Yeah, and that's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
It's almost like a moon worth of people.
Yeah,
That's no moon.
That's a Death Star.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Good line.
I made a reference.
Just make a reference. So, are we going to pick one? Are we just going to pick? Like,
I mean, one thing we have
custodian?
to just chat. I want to get it there out straight away. Your risk of life is literally there are two totalitarian heads. One who cackles and electrocutes you, and the other who chokes you and gets off in it. And both wear a lot of black. One a whole body full of leather.
Yep.
And has a laser sword that
Yep.
can cut you in twain.
And on
Also,
the regular,
You're never, if you're a stormtrooper, you apparently only have one eye because they can't aim for shit.
and what I was going to say, on the regular, you see your coworkers. Where's my coffee? Sorry, Vader, I put it in the bin. Force choke.
Dead.
Dead.
Or
Oh, shit. What? Did you just kill Bob? I wanted that coffee. Fuck. Okay, you ain't crossing that. That's a.
I mean, if you forget his 2 sugars, boom, that's your neck snapped.
Yeah.
Also, the other threat you have is that at some points you'll be like, "This is my last day before I've got like some R&R, some time off. I'm going to go home, see the wife and kids. What's our last mission? Or we're just going to this wee moon place. It's just a bunch of like indigenous teddy bears. Nothing to worry about.
It's a good
We're just going to
holiday
put them in
location.
order, and then we're just going to get the satellite back up and running. We'll be fine." Next thing you know, a fucking log comes flying from the tree, crushing your head into mulch and creating quite a bit of goo. And no one should have to worry about that. The threat to life when you're a stormtrooper is
Is a lot.
exponentially higher than any other job in the world.
Final thing on the threat to life.
From both your co-workers and the enemy.
Final thing on threat to life as well is there are 2 Death Stars that get made and 2 Death Stars that get fucking exploded.
Yeah.
Now, you work with the Empire. They say, "Hey, we're gonna beam you up to the Death Star." No, sir. No, thank you. I'll stay on where the-
Jakku or whatever.
Yeah, fucking anywhere else because those
The
things are.
sandy, humid, uninviting bastard of a place. I'll stay here rather than the floating ball of death that has the easiest weakness twice. Not once, twice.
Why do they call it the Death Star?
Because they're fucking... There's that...
PR nightmare. That's
there's
what
that Mitchell
is.
Webb sketch where they're like, they're Nazis during like... or they're German soldiers during World War One.
yeah.
They're like, are we the bad guys?
the
It's
bad
like,
guys?
why? It's like, well, we have skull and crossbones on our outfits. Good guys don't have skull and crossbones in their outfits.
We wear a lot of black and grey up
Yeah.
here. No, but the stormtroopers are white. Yeah, but that's armor. That's
Also, when you get issued with your standard stormtrooper armor, doesn't protect from anything.
Doesn't protect shit.
from stones. Doesn't protect from laser blasts. Doesn't protect from giant laser swords. Doesn't you protect you from the Force?
also imagine being. There can't be any stealth in the Star Wars universe.
You just get these clunking like.
Well, you hear the clunking, and then imagine I've got my laser sniper, right? And giant fucking red bullet comes flying out of it. They go, "Oh, he's up there."
Yeah, he's over there. Also, like their speeder bikes is like, right, we need to infiltrate this base, but we need to do it fast and quiet. What do we have? We've got these speeder bikes. Okay, let's get on them. Like, the fuck? Everyone can hear us.
Okay, right. So let's go through them. Hours of the work of the.
I don't think you get any time.
Bad.
Like apart from that one guy who went to Endor to kill off some teddy bears and get some R&R, no one gets time off.
Bad. You are on, and when you're not on, you're on call. But
You're fucking. If you're a stormtrooper, you're like strapped into some sort of like breathing machine. And
you're
put
getting
into-
like mind fucked while you sleep. Yeah,
Vader's just in there going like, I can smell you.
yeah. I'm gonna put a 1 for the Empire.
I mean, I can sense a lot of ones coming.
So
Apart from one, which we'll get a 10.
salary and benefits. Now
I don't think there's any such thing as salary or benefits in the Empire.
it's definitely it feels like a. Hey, do you want to join the Empire? What do I get? Oh, you don't get anything. But if you don't join, we're gonna kill you. What if I do join? Well, you might die. but it's less chance of us killing you right now.
Also, it's like we've killed off all the Jedi. There's no chance they're going to come back at this point. So it's like at this point, it's just subjugating a bunch of poor little planets. They're like, that sounds pretty fucking easy.
Sounds right.
And I'm a bit messed up in the head. I'll do that. And then next minute, a fucking man with a blue sword comes swinging towards you at great speed, cutting your friend Harry in half and leaving you legless with massive laser burns all over your body.
Luckily, the wounds are cauterized instantly. That's
This is true.
the one good thing.
But you will go down in folklore as half Harry and legless Larry, though.
All right, so salary and benefits.
0.
Are we going for? Have we got a 0?
Let's go for 1.
We'll go for 1. We'll go for 1.
I just love that idea of just like that moment of The Force Awakens when Donut Gleason is giving his like big baddie totalitarian speech thing like, "We are gonna destroy the Republic," blah blah blah. And I want to be in the mind of just some of those guys standing out there and like
on their death planet,
just being like, "Steve, I don't know about this, man. Like this, I just came here because I thought we were going to try and fix the galaxy. Because I mean, after that whole Vader shit, I thought, this
I definitely
First Order is going to fix things.
In the latest Star Wars films, 100% that Michelin web of. Wait, I thought we were the.
Yeah, I thought we were trying to fix things. That Snoke guy, he looks like a bad guy, but he speaks like a good guy.
He sounds all right, but we literally
he's
just
got
blew up a star
great
system.
fucking style. Have you seen the fucking house coats he has? It's amazing. His curtains, gorgeous.
You gotta. I suppose the. Yeah, I'm with it. 1 bad
But you get free healthcare, though.
until you get killed by your
Yeah.
boss.
But if you don't get killed... See, yeah, there's a medic bay and everything.
Is there a medic bay? I don't think
Yeah.
I've only seen torture bays. I've never seen medical bays. I've seen little robots with syringes and pincers. Never seen a robot with a wee bandage.
I think I'm with Gavin on this. It's gonna be a 1. 1 for benefits. Co-workers is the next one, and I think we've kind of already.
I mean, your stormtrooper buddies, your buddies with the big weird
friends.
black hats.
Finn had Traitor. He had the other 3 in the
Captain Phasma.
extended canon. They seem to the stormtroopers, and you could
They seem
assume
like
that the
a
guy in your
close,
cubicle
connected
next
bunch.
to you. Yeah,
Like-
I think that's good. But
Yeah.
the hierarchy.
The hierarchy of the people above you.
That's
not
bad.
good. Also, the people that the Empire associates with, like someone like Jabba the Hutt.
The Hutt family actually would probably be.
You're hanging out with them, like big dirty slug monsters, subjugating a woman, put her in a bikini, having another woman dance, keeps a monster in a pit, throws
Pretty
people
rapey.
into an outdoor anus.
Yeah.
It's rough. It's real rough. Also, this is the nuttiest thing about the fucking Death Star that I've still ponder to this day because I don't have much going on in my life. Is they built a bin room and then put a monster, a garbage-eating monster, in the bin room, and then also the walls collapse in as well. What nightmare place is this? Because a stormtrooper, he's like, oh, I dropped my ID card in the trash chute. Where's it going to go? Oh, I'll probably go to that big watery, swampy bin room. It's like, but I wouldn't go in there. Why? It's like, well, there's a big fucking man-eating monster in there. I was like, but if I don't get my ID card back, fucking Vader's going to choke me
fucking
out.
kill me.
It's like, so either I get eaten by a man-eating monster thing, crushed by the walls,
Yep.
or choked to death.
That bit in Star Wars when they're all in that horrible
Swampy,
toilet,
yeah.
death toilet, and they just that moment of panic where they're all just pressing the walls with their hands, and you go, "That's a hydraulic press,
Yeah.
Princess Leia. You're gonna get crushed.
Also, I just love the
Don't,
idea
don't
of
snap
like,
your arms before that fucking happens, because that's a real bad way to go. Just let it head first. You know?
just accept it. Also, just think of like in Rogue One when Mads Mikkelsen's character was designing the Death Star. Part of his design, outside of the one-hit kill button, was a big swampy bin room with a monster in it. Where was that on the blueprint? See,
Why? Yeah, why? I get the idea of the room crushing. I get that, because that's like, when the bin man's come around and it squeezes all the rubbish to make
sure,
it
a
little.
trash compactor. It makes
Trash
sense.
compactor. I get that, but yeah, why is there a monster in that?
Also, why is it a room of such incredible size? Oh, I guess there's a lot of rubbish on the desk.
Gavin, you're Mads Mikkelsen in Rogue One, right? And I'm
so dashing and handsome.
I'm just gonna be like anyone else in the fucking order. We're having beers. So Mads Mikkelsen, you're making that big spaceship.
Yes, I am. Yes.
How's that going?
It's going very well. See, what I've decided to do is one, make a big one hit to kill button. I don't know why he's French. He's Danish in real life. I've made a one hit kill button so that when the rebels come flying in, they can just hit it like that. Also,
But that makes sense because I suppose if you want to sell that information, once you're retirement,
get it on
plan.
the space black market.
Yeah, so and it's you're good if the resistance catch you, you can trade information. It makes sense, I guess.
You
hit it well though, right? You didn't make it like obvious on the.
Oh no,
on
you
the
could
surface.
fly a massive, huge ship, like maybe the size of a Calirian. Like the size of a Millennium Falcon-esque ship. You could probably just fly that right down in there.
Okay, that seems a bit of an oversight, but all right. Okay, anything else? Anything else? Any other intricacies of the Death Star?
I mean, there's I built this entire room, and all that exists in it is a single throne and a lift. That's it, and a big window, a big fuck off window. Where is the window? Nobody knows. Why would you have a window in a space station that destroys planets? Don't fucking know. But it's so that our great and wonderful electric flying leader can just look out at battles.
Praise Palpatine.
And praise Palpatine, of course. Praise Palpatine. And just go like, burn the resistance. And then the last thing I've done, and this is the craziest thing, and I didn't think they were going to sign off on it, but those fucking Mavericks over there at the Empire, they are always up for a good bit of bad Mad Bants, because my name's Mads Mikkelsen. What I've done is I've created...
Mad Bants Mikkelsen.
Mad Bants Mads Mikkelsen. I've created a giant compacting room filled with swamp water and rubbish, and I've stuck a fucking monster in it that just kills people. How great is that?
Okay, I suppose the thinking behind that would be because if somebody falls in there, you want to make sure that they die either from the compactor or the monster kills them, right?
No, I'm just fucking insane. I don't know why I put the monster in there. I just, I thought it's actually kind of cruel because the monster doesn't like trash or swamp water.
Right, so co-workers, after all that, I guess we'll give it a 5 because you're going to have buddies.
You've got your stormtrooper buddies,
but
they've got your back.
The hierarchy brings that down substantially.
Yeah.
Threats of life, that's got to be a 1.
I mean, yeah.
That's a consistent.
Literally from all sides, you are threatened no matter what.
Yeah, and if the Death Star explodes, you're dead. Or if, just anything.
I mean, think about it like...
Just anything.
Think about it if you're on Starkiller Base, which is an awful fucking name for something.
I want to continue the PR nightmare that that is trying to convince people you're the good guys when you have a Death Star Killer base.
Your main boss is called Darth Vader,
which is just an evil sounding name.
And he has a red sword.
It's just fucking madness. So mad. What would you have changed the Death Star's name to? How would you swing that?
Welcoming wagon?
The big old welcome wagon in the sky.
Yeah, and then it comes into view and it's like, hey, the welcome wagon's here. It's like, what's that? Big charging light? It's getting closer. Bob, what is that? I have no idea, Steve. I cannot tell what that is.
I've never seen it do that before.
I've never seen it. In the pamphlets that they sent out, it just said that it put on fancy firework light shows, kind of like they did that Disney Planet. Remember Disney Planet? I love Disney Planet.
Disney Planet was great. Can we go back there next year?
No, apparently for some reason it just got wiped off the map by something, but no one knows what did it. But now there's just ash and rubble.
Well, the welcome wagon was around there when Disney Planet went missing.
Was it? That's interesting. Hold up.
And that brings us to our final category
of goo. Now, there's plenty of opportunities for goo in the Star Wars universe.
What? If you're working on the Death Star, when are you getting gooed?
If you fall into the big
trash compactor, oh fuck, I forgot.
Tons of goo in there. That's not swamp war. That's just man goo. It's just lots of man goo.
All right, so
also Vader has the force power to like tear a Death Star.
Mango is my favorite Caribbean fruit.
What, mango?
Mango.
Hey, we'll look a bit of the mango. So yeah, Vader can pull a Star Destroyer, which again, PR Nightmare, another terrible name for something, out of the sky. He can turn a man into mulch inside his costume.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? Okay, so
we've got man goo and man mulch.
I don't think it's quite as good as Men in Black.
On the goo level.
I was thinking like a 5 or a 6. Because the other thing I was thinking though, to bolster it slightly, if you're the one that has to go deal with Jabba the Hutt, that guy's a fucking gooey mess.
Yeah, he's a big old goo.
Pretty much, if you go down to any of the Star Wars planets and there's any alien that's like the Force Awakens, there's that big dog that licks Finn, and he gets covered in saliva.
What about
gooey saliva.
Rogue One, that big octopusy slug monster?
Yeah,
That's
so
gonna...
If you're going down to
Also,
planets,
Dagobah just looks like Goo Planet.
I think 6. I think 6.
I was
going to
say 7, but I'll accept 6.
6. So okay, so the total score for Star Wars is a measly 14 out of 50.
That's even higher than I was expecting. I think the Goo really bumped it up.
The goo and the co-workers are pretty much the only good things that come from working.
Imagine those advertisements. Do you want to make lots of friends at work?
Do you want to be a gooey mess?
Do you like wiping out little teddy bears on Great Mass? Then join the Empire and make the career for the future.
Okay, so there we go. That's Star Wars, Men in Black. I think Ghostbusters.
Okay.
Fucking great job.
Now, are we talking you're a Ghostbuster, you have a proton pack and you're fighting monsters? Or, sorry, ghosts. Or, I mean, it's in the fucking name and I messed it up. Or do you want to be, like, as you were saying earlier, just like the mailman in the world of Ghostbusters? Or
I think for
women
this,
working at the cafe?
now that we've worked this out, I think we're going to have to do the actual Ghostbuster. But I will mention again
And
how
I can't
fucking...
wait till we get to Goo. Slime exists.
Oh, so Ghostbusters, we've got hours, right? Now, I think I'm going to advocate, considering it's Ghostbusters.
It's freelance work.
It's freelance. You make your hours.
You make your hours.
And
you
the
make
best
your,
thing is,
like, yeah.
the best thing is, if someone rings you up and they're like, "Hi, I've got a ghost in my apartment." It's say I'm terrified of spiders. It's a giant spider, and on the end of each of its legs, it has another miniature ghost spiders, and then some
And
monstrosity.
there's tons of spiders just crawling around it like little baby ones.
And it's got googly eyes, and it's a bit fucking wacky, but
Was
it's
that
still
goo eyes?
kind of scary. That's in my apartment. I can just go, all right, cool.
Open up the yellow
Hang up, and just
100 Ghostbusters.
don't have to fucking deal with that.
You're just like, nah.
Sorry, love. I'm all right. That one's
Phone the fire brigade. Maybe I'll just get it wet and wash it down the drain.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to over the phone look for any kind of haunted or cursed item and just put it out the window because
Recently did like a relative pass away and you accumulated some of their items.
Any-
Well,
any-
yes, I did.
any
I got this
spider themed
book.
jewelry or
Yeah, and
books.
on the book it spells out death backwards and it makes this continuous chanting noise in a language that I think it doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, probably burn that.
Just
get that out of your
burn
house.
that, throw it out the window because we ain't coming, love. You're the Ghostbusters. I know, but it's paid work and we take it when we
Also,
want.
you're the idiot that took in a big book that said death backwards and it chanted out some sort of indiscernible language. So,
So you don't even have to take all the jobs is the point I'm making.
Yeah.
So I think you can choose your own hours. You don't have to fucking work whenever you don't want to work. And yeah, it's good. It's really fucking good. You presumably get all the holidays off
yeah.
because you just give them to yourself.
I mean, you're not working 4th of July.
You're
not.
definitely working.
You're definitely not working Halloween because you're going to end up killing a fucking kid thinking it's a ghost. You're going to trap some 8-year-old boy's soul in your fucking cage of doom with all the other ghosts.
However, to in the advent of fairness, you do have to be on call occasionally. Like,
Yeah,
if
like
you get a
Christmas.
phone call in the middle of the night, you got to just get up. You got to get up. You got to go
Think about
bust.
it at Christmas time where like the phone's ringing off the hook. You're going, what the fuck's going on? Bunch of people like, there's this fucking man in a big red suit on top of my fucking house.
Yeah.
He looks kind of ghost-like. And you woke up and you just fucking blast Santa Claus
Gotta
away.
do it. Santa Claus ghost though.
Yeah.
For
Not
some
real
reason.
Santa Claus.
No,
Santa
not
Claus
real
ghost.
Santa Claus. You wouldn't be able to anyway.
Evil
It's too
ghost Santa
quick.
Claus.
So we're gonna go hours and an 8.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Pretty good 8, right? Salary.
I mean, freelance, so again, you charge what you want.
Well, you charge me on, and on top of that, the Ghostbusters themselves. You remember in the first film when they go to that hotel to catch Slimer?
Yeah.
And they get Slimer, they fucking trash the fucking place, and then Bill Murray writes something on a bit of paper that we don't get to see, and then that poor man's John Cleese looks at it and goes, "Well, I'm not paying that. That's extortionate." And he goes, "Well, we're going to put the ghost back in," and he goes, "No, fuck, we'll pay." I mean, who knows what number that was, but it was a fucking big. That was a swanky hotel, and he went.
That
I'm
was a
definitely
big
not paying
dick
that.
swinging number.
That was a big dick. That number had big dick energy, right?
I could smell it.
And
The
he didn't
goo
want to pay.
coming off of that piece of paper. Oof.
So I think you are making bank. as a
Also, think about
Ghostbuster.
this, that previous example you have, like, person phones you up, like, hey, I've got this, like, 8-foot tall Cyclops ghost monster thing with hoofs, and it's charging up and down the hallway of my apartment building. And you're like, you're saying 8-foot tall, fucking hell. And then you look over to your pals and you're like, I mean, It's going to cost you a lot.
It's going to cost a
This
lot.
ain't going to be cheap. It's
We're
like when
sorry.
the plumber comes over, he looks at the pipe and goes, "This is going to be a lot."
Yeah, and then you can just bullshit down the phone
Yeah.
as well. Well, we're gonna have to bring the ecto phalanxers and
extractor otter.
yeah, totally. Gonna have to bring all of this stuff. It's specialist equipment,
Yeah,
and then you
like-
turn up with the
like-
exact same equipment you always fucking use, just the trap and the gun.
And your fucking goo-covered overalls and your repurposed hearse.
So on top of salary, you also live in a fucking sweet firehouse.
Yeah.
So your living cost isn't
With
gonna be
yeah,
too much, and you get to eat takeout all the fucking time. And
New York pizza.
New York pizza, right? It's a fucking. I'm going 10.
Wow, we're going straight 10.
That's everything we just described is amazing. There's no
It's true.
downfall to that.
True.
Co-workers
I mean, you're working with your best buds.
working with your best.
You're all
two
fucking-
of your best buds, and then Winston Zeddemore.
Yeah, of course, yeah. You all get to live in a firehouse together. You're all incredibly smart. You're making good money. You're famous and popular, so people are just going to love you. You've got action figures, probably, comic books,
Most
animated series.
definitely got action figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I fucking it's
People
gonna be
love you.
sweet.
You're saving their lives and taking all of their money.
Yes and no. So it is good, but then they were too good in the film, weren't they? They stopped all the ghosts, and that's why they have to do kids' birthday parties.
Yeah, that's true.
However, I don't know what the timeline is in Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Clearly, it's not too far away because they're pretty much the same age, but the kids have forgotten about the Ghostbusters in Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know. I know it's for a gag, but I've always thought, damn, like, you got irrelevant quick, Ghostbusters.
But I mean, we wouldn't be that bad. We would kind of eke it out, do that dirty business thing of just like,
Well, we'd have a podcast. The Ghostbusters, we'd be doing...
yeah, like a weekly
Talk show
stories of the
spots.
crazy shit we got up to.
I love that all the ghosts in the Ghostbusters were scary, but like I said earlier, they also were kind of wacky looking.
I mean, there's that one in the taxi that's just a full-on skeleton monster thing. It's not
Yeah,
even
but
a
it's wearing a
ghost.
cabbie hat. It's fucking
Yeah.
wearing a cabbie hat, though.
Not even a ghost.
It's great. Then
love
there's the woman who is wearing a fucking like dead fox around her neck, and then that turns into like a 3-headed goblin rat that starts attacking her. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it's
Wacky.
Co-workers, I'm saying like a 7.
Yeah, 7's good. I'm up for a 7. Threat to life. Minimal.
There's possibility, like when a fucking door to hell opens up and there's monster dogs.
I mean, yeah, so it's obviously the chances to die are there, but on
60
the
foot tall
whole,
marshmallow man.
they don't lose a single Ghostbuster
This is true.
on plenty of jobs, you know? And you've kind of got that fail safe of, oh, fuck, I don't think we can win this one, guys. Don't worry, we'll just do what we did last time and fucking create a miniature... we'll just create
Just shoot our
antimatter.
lasers a wee bit harder.
Yeah, and cross the streams, and that could end the universe,
Or it could save it.
It will save it. It's your you want to say your last your
Your
Hail
last
Mary.
hurrah.
Your Hail Mary. But the good thing is, even if it does end the universe has ended. No one's going to be cross at you.
Also,
No one to be cross at you anymore.
we'll inevitably get to have that conversation of just like, guys, we've been doing this Ghostbusters thing for a while, and we keep saying don't cross the streams, but we inevitably, at the end of every single big job, cross the streams. So how about when we get to this hotel today or this library or whatever, we just start off with the crossing the streams move?
Should we just
'Cause,
cut the work
you know,
time
like,
in half?
I've got a
and-
date tonight, and like, I'd like to wrap this up, and if we could not get covered in goo this time, that'd be great. Because the last time the goo smelled like vinegar, and I was on that date smelling like vinegar. I'd rather not have that.
Stunk. Is it Ghostbusters 2 at the beginning when the two people that got fried in the electric chair turn up?
Yeah.
Is that Ghostbusters 2? Or was it 1?
Oh, I can't remember.
That's 1. But
I've seen one a bunch. I've only seen two.
those two ghosts are literally Muppets. They aren't scary.
Nope.
They are fucking quite literally puppet people, and it's fucking amazing.
I kind of love just how not scary and kind of almost joyously,
Stupid.
like kind of comical the ghosts are in those movies, especially
So-
the dick sucking ghost.
Threats of life. It is a good. It's a fucking weird. Weird bit of that film. So Threats of Life, the opportunities to die are there.
I'd say like a 3 or 4.
But it's I was gonna say like up, yeah. I was gonna kinda go for a solid 5.
Just in the middle because there's always a chance.
There's a chance, but they haven't died.
Yeah.
And they've never
I mean,
lost
it could
a
just be like
Ghostbuster.
heart disease or something like that that takes
Oh,
them.
I mean, yeah, but that's it's
I mean, technically, the threat to life for all of these should be 10 because heart disease is a serious
Heart
killer.
disease is
And
serious.
the shit that I put into my body, oof. these are clogged.
So that brings us to goo.
10. Literally on every job, they get good.
Slimer, gooey.
Yeah, and then they hang out and become his friend.
What the fuck is slime? I don't.
He's just a walking ball of goo.
The other thing I
The
really
majesty that he is goo.
don't understand about Slimer is if something dies in the Ghostbusters universe and makes a ghost, right? Not everything makes a ghost, otherwise there'd be fucking hundreds of them, millions of them kicking about. But if something dies and makes a ghost, librarian ghost, still in the library, still looks like an old lady. Two people that got electric chaired, look like Muppets, but they still look like people in electric chairs. Fucking anything else. It looks like the blowjob ghost is a beautiful woman, but a ghost.
Taxi driver.
Taxi driver.
Just a skinless taxi driver.
Skinner's guy, but he's, still looks like what he was when he was alive. What the fuck died to make Slimer?
I'm thinking like a pug got trapped in a microwave, it got turned on, it inflated, didn't blow up, but died, and then became Slimer. And
No, and at the same time, a really fat guy died. because I don't know, something happened, but there's some really fat guy died, and then they just merged into
the radiation
one.
from microwave
Yeah.
caused both flight, greenness, and merging. There we go.
So that's why he's got human level intelligence, but is also kind of like a pet.
yeah.
Doesn't he not get a girlfriend in the second?
No, it's this in the most recent
It's in
one.
the most recent
Melissa
one.
McCarthy one, they have a female Slimer. Because, representation.
What the fucking fuck, man? The female Slimer is bizarre. Yeah, I don't understand Slimer. Don't really get
I don't
it.
want to.
So, and then on top of the goo in the first film, ectoplasm, Slimer, the second one is quite literally your wet dream, Gavin.
It's a fucking river of goo. It's all of the goo you could ever want.
That's like a genuine line, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a river of goo. Yeah, you get gooed, and then when you get gooed, you either get angry or you get dead happy and you dance to Lifting Me Higher and Higher.
And then the Empire State Building shows up at one point.
Smashes
Oh
in.
no, sorry, what's it, the Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty, yeah. So, 10?
10.
10 for good?
Solid fucking 10 on
Gotta
that
be a
goo.
10. Gotta be a 10. Oh, so in total, the Ghostbusters ghost-busting job. Oof.
Is it high?
It's pretty fucking high.
Highest so far? Higher than Men in Black?
It's, so what, 28, 35, 40.
Wow.
40 out of 50.
Well, that's
if you're a
clear, like,
Ghostbuster.
that application comes your way, you fucking sign up for that job.
That is the clear winner. So what you mentioned at the beginning of this Ghostbusters segment, though, and what I will now I'll talk about briefly. You are right. Being a Ghostbuster in the Ghostbusters universe, we've just proven fucking sick.
Yeah.
Being
You're a
any
fucking
other
boss.
job in the Ghostbusters universe is
Awful.
having a shit one.
Yes.
Because
Like, just imagine this. You work in a cinema, and
Yep.
it's 8:30 in the morning, your alarm goes off, you got to get up and get ready to go to work.
yep, totally.
And you're in there in the shower, and you're like, is today the day when I'm cleaning out one of the theatres that some mangled, horrendous ghost from the 1820s with a hook in its hand just appears and just kills me? Is today that day?
Because ghosts do exist. They're a genuine, real commodity in this universe, and fuck knows. You're a mailman, and you walk up to a door, and you just hear like a dog barking, and you think, fucking little yappy dog. I'll put the letters through. It's gonna rip him out my hand. And then as you get closer and closer, you hear the barking gets louder and louder, and then before you know it, a dog runs through the door, and it's fucking gigantic,
It's a
and it's
hellhound.
actually some kind of hellhound, and it's just fucking mauling you. You were just trying to deliver letters, and there's a fucking ghost dog in that house.
Do you know what's the thought I'm having at that point as man working in cinema in my shower? I'm like, do you know what would make a lot more sense? Is if there was more than just 4 of the Ghostbusters. Because there's clearly a lot of fucking ghosts out there. And they don't have the time or the spread to get round to all of them.
Rick Moranis becomes an honorary Ghostbuster in the second one.
It's true.
He puts on his little earmuffs.
Good, so we're up to 5.
We're up to 5 Ghostbusters.
Still not enough.
4 more in the 2016 Ghostbusters.
Sure. I'm
I guess.
thinking like an entire police force of Ghostbusters.
I think you need it. I do think so. I'm with you.
But then that
there.
would change the entire dynamic of what we just talked about, because it wouldn't be freelance anymore. There'd be like
You'd have to
be
get
like
a
an
union.
overseers. There'd be all
Well,
sorts of-
when they get to that in the films,
it'd be unionized.
We'll redo this. We'll
Yeah.
go over it again.
When they did the Ghostbusters police force,
any other universes The final one that I've got, which I think would be a good one, John Wick.
This will be an interesting one.
So Gavin and I are now gonna talk. So specifically, if you're an assassin, that's your job.
Yes.
You're an assassin in the John
Which
Wick
apparently,
universe.
by the time we get to John Wick 3, every single waking human being on the planet is an assassin. There isn't anyone out there who isn't an assassin.
So, ours, I think, like Ghostbusters, they're pretty good because you take the jobs.
That you want to take.
Take the jobs you want to take.
'Cause, yeah, we should. I guess for some context, we're assassins. We're not John Wick, because John Wick, I think, in the context of those three films, that's everything takes place over 1 week.
Yeah.
Fuck that life. I want the assassin job where it's the people just sitting in the swanky hotel, sipping on a nice glass
Yeah.
of wine, just waiting for their phone to
So,
buzz.
so let's just say, yeah, we're in the John Wick universe before John Wick kicks off, all right?
Yeah,
So
sure.
maybe like the day before.
Yeah, before someone decides to kick his dog to death.
Fucking in that film, why on earth? I get that he's a bad guy, and I get that he's a dickhead anyway, and he's like a mob guy.
Yeah.
But why on earth would you kill a man's, not even a dog, a puppy?
Because some people are just uncivilized.
It's just mad. Like, you're already robbing the guy for his fucking car.
I know.
It's and then if you're gonna kill the puppy, why the fuck wouldn't you kill the
Yeah, I was
guy?
gonna say, it's like, how about this guy's? Let's go over to his house. We're gonna steal his
I
car.
really wanted that car, so let's go.
If
for
he's
it.
got
Yep.
any loved ones, we'll kill them, including pets. Then we'll trash his place. We'll leave him for dead, and we'll leave. And then wait, what? We're going to leave him for dead? We're not going to kill him? Yeah, it'll be more fun that way. We'll see what happens. Wild card, Wild card, bitch. She's leaving for dead. See what happens. But what if he turns out to be like, I don't know, the greatest living assassin the world has ever seen? What are the chances
What are the
of
chances of that? I mean, come on.
he wouldn't live in fucking outstate New York, would he? He'd live in like Dubai. It's fine. Next thing you know,
You're dead. John
The
Wick's
fucking
coming for you, your family.
Grim Reaper, the bringer of death, the cursed one that is
the
John Wick,
Boogeyman.
the
Baba
boogeyman,
Yaga.
fucking comes and tears your entire existence apart
So,
through gun kata.
so ours got to be pretty good, right?
Yeah, you just wait for your phone to buzz. You're like, I'll take that contract.
Take
or
that
I won't
job?
take that
I
contract.
won't take that. So, like Ghostbusters, you're pretty fucking sweet, and I actually think better than Ghostbusters because where Ghostbusters, you're on call, whatever. This is literally freelance. This is
Yeah.
you do you, boo.
You go to whichever city you need to go to. Hopefully, Peter Seranovich is there giving out guns.
I assume that they've got some kind of assassin Tinder app.
For what purpose?
Well, you go say you go to, we're in Glasgow right now. So we're in Glasgow, set the mileage for 20 miles. That's how much you want to travel. And it just comes up with a picture of someone, 7 mil. Nah.
All
Picture
right,
of
for
someone
like
else.
contracts.
8 mil.
I was like,
Nah.
for what purpose would a dating app be in the John Wick universe?
Tinder and then, that guy looks weak and measly.
Think of it like when you're doing like
and 4 mil? Pfft, yes.
side missions in a video game, and you're just like, oh, for this one, it's like I can gain this. It's only this level, like so I'm 2 levels higher than this. I'm fucking going to do this mission just now, make a wee bit extra cash, level up my character.
Sorted. I think straight up a 10.
Here's what I'm also thinking is that's a genius idea. We fucking market that. Head over to Silicon Valley. We make a fuck ton of money off of the assassin Tinder while also being assassins. We become quadrillionaires.
100%. Because what we could do is we could just cherry pick off the top.
Yeah.
All the weak ones.
Yeah, we
that
can
are
hold
like-
back the good contracts for us as well.
Which I'm pretty sure Tinder does, by the way.
They hold back that good kush.
Salary. I mean,
you're making millions upon millions.
for pulling a trigger once.
Yeah.
The level of work you have to do versus the amount of money you're getting.
literally, you can post up on a hill somewhere, put in some tunes, listen to a bit of Barry Manilow, and then wait for that person to wander up.
Go on their morning jog,
Yep.
unbeknownst, and you just...
Boom. Pack up, head on out, get some pancakes.
And for that, 5 mil.
5 million in the bank.
Straight up.
You go back to your lovely mansion with your cute dog and your beautiful wife, who soon will both die, and the other will be burned down.
So I think salary... Pretty much done and dusted. That's
Oh, yeah.
That's another 10.
That's a 10.
That's
Solid
another
10.
10. Easy. Co-workers.
Now this is an interesting one because you can't trust anyone.
Anyone.
Because literally, in the John Wick films, John Wick is like one of the most respected, feared, beloved assassins. And the second people get the chance to kill him, everyone's like, okay, I'll fucking go for it. It's like, but Barry, we fucking went to school together. Like, I would come over to your house after school and your mum would make us chicken nuggets and beans. Like, I've known you since the beginning of time. We lost our virginity together. Wait, what? Never mind. Don't just pretend that I didn't say that. But it's like,
sorry, John. 7 mil, 7 mil.
Yeah.
7 mil, 7 mil. And it's going to be an easy one now because now that everyone's on your case, it's going to be like in a video game. Whoever gets the final hit gets the money. So I just got to follow you around, wait for someone else to do most of the work, and then I'll just fucking...
Yeah, it's like he's in the library in the third one and he gets the shit kicked out of him by the big tall guy. You just show up after the big tall guy has tired him out. Boom, done. From the opposite side of the room with a scoped gun. Boom, done.
There you go. Now that you're limping, nice and easy shot. So yeah, you can't trust anyone. The only people that we've seen that John Wick can actually trust are Halle Berry. No, she's doing out of duty.
Ian McShane.
John Leguizamo.
Who?
Was it? Yeah, the guy in the first film who does the cars.
The mechanic guy.
Yeah.
Ian McShane and the
Can't
concierge guy.
trust them.
How?
What do you mean how?
Oh, I guess, yeah.
Willem
Dafoe. No, Willem Dafoe betrays you.
Yeah,
in the
Willem
first
Dafoe.
one.
Yeah, no. I mean, no. It's like he's like honor bound to help, but he's not. I wouldn't. Willem Dafoe falls into the contract. Like he gives him the working. What's the word I'm looking for? He's okay. Like the Assassin's Code, he stands by it. But I honestly think.
But then again, when that contract comes out for 7 mil, he's going to be all over it.
Yeah, I think he would have. I think if Willem Dafoe was still alive in John Wick 2, he would have gone. Sorry, John. That's a big contract, and you're excommunicado now. So,
I mean, I'm going to say coworker wise, 4.
Yeah,
it's low. It's not good.
It's low. It's not a good one.
Can't trust anyone.
Threat to life.
Well,
so it's a tricky one. You're an assassin.
So we're an assassin that's not John Wick.
So I suppose it's pretty fucking. It's still pretty high though.
It's
right?
still high, but it's not as high as if you were John Wick.
It's not as high if you were John Wick. But if you're the reason these assassin contracts are coming up because they're people in high profile positions. They got bodyguards. You look when John Wick's trying to kill the head of the mafia.
Yeah.
He's got fucking infinite.
Just bald men with beards.
Infinite bald men with beards
and guns
that he's got to take down, mow down by the droves. So it's
but again,
still a hard.
Us being our own assassins, we get to cherry pick our jobs from our Tinder app thing, and we can choose the ones like this won't be too bad. Like I can just be in and out of Siberia,
and it's also
over the weekend.
This one is I think this is the first one really that's kind of skill based. Like your threat to life, there's like a scaling. Depending how good at your job you are, the less threat to life you have. And I'm assuming
less people would probably fuck with you.
I'm assuming that me and you are going to be the best fucking assassins out there,
I mean,
bar John Wick,
obviously.
So pretty low.
I want to bring in a wee addendum category for this that I wish would now done for the other ones, but it's too late now. Which is the amount of travel that your job offers for you to enjoy.
Yeah.
Because if you are an assassin, you can get jobs all over the world. You could be in New Zealand one week, Tibet the next week. Yeah. Taiwan.
Well, we developed the app that allows you to go anywhere and find contracts.
Exactly. The travel. I mean, if you go back to working in the Empire, you get to travel the galaxy. That's pretty fucking cool. But
yeah, but you get to travel galaxy from your cubicle inside the spaceship that's traveling the galaxy.
It's true. You don't really get to see the planets until afterwards. They're just rubble and dust.
Yeah, what happens? I feel like what happens in the Empire is afterwards, Darth Vader comes through, and it's like when the headmaster from school used to go through the classes, and it was kind of, oh shit, headmaster's here, and he'd just be like every cubicle dropping a little bit of debris. He'd be like, there you go, there's your chunk of that planet that we've just evaporated.
And of course, the people that do get to see the planets are usually the stormtroopers that are subjugating the people and blowing away their houses.
Do you reckon the Empire was ever just like, yep, stormtroopers down? Cool. Should we fire the laser? We just sent troops down. Oh, they're stormtroopers.
It's like, how long have they been down there? Well, at least 25 minutes. So most of them are dead by now.
Let's just fucking...
I mean, I didn't even give them half of them working guns this time because it's like, it's the same as if they were to shoot them. They won't hit anyone.
I'd love to see a scene in Star Wars where a stormtrooper's like, my gun's fucking jammed. Well, open it up. And he does. And inside of it's just like a bell, a whistle, some chewing gum, like fuck all in his laser. He's like, what is this?
This is a fucking toy gun from Toys R Us. They're just buying in toy guns. Did they trust us that little? It's like, well, to be honest, Barry, you've never actually hit anyone with a laser. It's like,
hit anyone
I hit that one. Nope, that was a
womper. You
womper.
missed what you were aiming for, and you somehow hit someone behind you.
And it was one of our own troops.
So threats of life in the John Wick universe, I think pretty good.
Middling. Because it can go either way.
7.
Yeah.
I'd say because it's like we said, you're cherry picking. You get to. Yeah, I think
You're
7.
smart about it if you're one of the best
You shouldn't
assassins.
have too much of a problem
Yeah.
unless you
'Cause
decide to
Here's the
fuck with the
Here's
Continental.
the one thing we've learned that you should never do if you're an assassin in this universe. You mentioned this earlier. Is if a contract comes up for one John Wick, you turn that phone off, throw it in the river, and walk away
Oh
from
yeah,
it.
totally.
Because the last thing you want to do is go after a man who uses a horse like a gun.
Because
Because he's in.
bit of John Wick 3.
Because he's undefeatable at that point.
Yeah, straight up. So fast forwarding 5 days, I'd say probably that's when John Wick 2 kicks in.
Sure.
The week. Fast forwarding 5 days from when we're
You're
chilling,
just hanging
we're
out
having
in
a
Central
greatest
Park.
time.
It's nice and sunny. You're feeding the ducks. You're
And then
having a beverage.
I go, hey, Gav, I was going to check for a sweet contract. We can go half as on it. And there it is, John Wick, golden, because you can pay for that as a feature if you're like, got a
Yeah, sure.
contract. Golden banner. It's like a sponsored ad.
And of course, we get early access to these contracts because we
Yeah,
pay
of
for the
course.
app.
We made the app. Comes up, John Wick. And I go, oh, fuck, dude, John Wick's up, 7 mil. Fancy that?
I mean, like, are you insane? Do you not want to continue to live? Do you remember Margaret, that woman that you just met and you've fallen in love with? You're thinking of having kids with her one day? Do you ever want to see her again? Because you won't if you take that contract with John Wick.
I
The
heard-
man's a killing machine.
I heard he killed a guy with a pencil. 3 guys.
Yeah. I heard.
Don't know how.
I don't know where I heard this from, but apparently he's got this expertise with 4-legged animals. I've never seen it happen, but it might happen soon, where he'll use a 4-legged animal like a weapon,
Like a weapon.
to kill a person.
I've just
Do you
heard
want to
he's
go up
a
against
killing
that?
machine. Yeah, you know what, man? 100%. Why would anyone take this contract? Only fucking idiots would.
And then literally the 17 other assassins, all apparently sitting with us in Grand Central Park or whatever it's called, all just kind of go, yes, yes, yes. And we're like, well, it was good knowing you all.
See you later, guys.
We're off to the pub.
Idiots. But then that's why Threat to Life was so high, because you can choose to just go for.
Yeah.
If in that scenario, I would send John Wick a message saying, "Hey, man, if you need anything,
But he's been excommunicated.
I don't give a fuck. I
Look
would.
what happens to the wee Asian doctor who got who when he helped John Wick after he was excommunicated.
Oh fuck yeah.
You'd have to get shot twice.
But then John Wick would owe you a favor.
True.
Oh, that's
Yeah, but then the adjudicator could show up and fucking slice your face up.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is
See?
true.
You don't want a sliced up face. You're too beautiful.
So, final category. I think this is where John Wick's going to let himself down.
I'm looking at a solid.
The goo category.
I mean, John Wick's had a solid run. It's been doing real well. We've had a lot of fun,
real
but
well.
I'm sad to say it's a 1. There's no goo.
There's no goo.
It's gooless. It's
There's,
a gooless
there's
franchise.
plasma, there's blood, but no goo.
There's
no,
a horrendous lack of goo.
no wacky, gooey goodness.
I mean, maybe when some of those dogs attack those men's genitals over and over again in the third one, they turn their ball sacks into some goo. But I don't see it, so there's no goo.
Yeah, no goo. So
Gooless.
it's a solid 1
Yeah.
on the goo
You hate
front.
to see it, but you know, it's
Sorry,
the rules.
John Wick.
It's the way it plays. Sorry, Keanu Reeves. I love you.
So, in total, John Wick gets a respectable 32 out of 50.
I mean, that's pretty good.
So there we go.
It's
So
second highest.
it's the second highest. So today, I think we'll call it there. That was
Yeah.
4 universes. We got top of the pile, clear winner, Ghostbuster. Being a Ghostbuster is a fucking sick one.
So much fucking
It's
goo.
great. You can't go wrong.
Freelancer.
It's just a fucking good
You
time.
maybe get sucked off by a hot ghost.
Hang out with your buddies
Hang
all
out with
day,
your
every
buddies.
day.
Eat pizza.
Eat pizza.
There's rivers of goo.
Following that, being an assassin in the John Wick universe.
Pretty badass.
That's a good one.
Work your own hours.
Get to
Yet
make a
you
shit
might
ton
be
of money.
pals with Keanu Reeves if you
Might
don't.
be pals. The best man ever, as far
In
as I'm
existence.
concerned. Following that, Men in Black with 27 out of 50.
Yeah, it's a fun job.
That's a good one. It's a bit
It'll-
more
it'll-
office based, a
It'll
bit more
be
dangerous.
a taxing job, but a fun one.
But it'll be
Lots
good,
of fucking goo.
rewarding. That's the
Lots of goo.
lots of goo. And then Star Wars, bringing up the rear, 14 out of 50.
I mean, I'm still surprised it's that high, but I think the goo was a factor to bring it that high.
It's just being a space
fucking trash
Nazi.
compactor.
Who could have guessed that being a space Nazi was going to be a bad
I know.
time?
Just imagine that in the application process. It's like looking for hard-working, one-eyed people to join the Space Nazi program.
Come and work on the welcome wagon.
Shows you, do you
The
remember?
Space Nazi program. The SNP.
Yeah.
Do you remember the show Black and White Videos? Do you remember Hitler and all these terrible things he did? Would you like to do that? But in space. It's like, I think I do. Let's sign me up for the Space Nazi program. And guess what, guys? Guess who always loses in the end? Nazis.
Nazis never win. Never
You're
win.
always choosing the losing side with that.
Right, guys, we're going
Fuck
to wrap it.
Nazis. That's our motto of the day.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good episode ethos. I'm happy with
I'll
that.
put that in the description.
Fuck Nazis. Just call the episode.
Just call it episode 28. Fuck Nazis.
Yes.
And then for the entire episode, people are like, why the fuck is this called Fuck Nazis?
And it'll all come
and then it gets
clear at the
down to
end.
it.
It'll be a layered episode. It's a couple of listens. Right, guys, that's it from us. So you can get us on Twitter at meanderingpod.
Facebook, Meandering Movie Podcast, facebook.com.
Gmail, the Meandering Movie Podcast
At gmail.com.
at gmail.com.
Instagram, just search for Meandering Movie Podcast.
And
Leave us comments, reviews, opinions, thoughts,
Everything.
topic suggestions on any platform of your choice, and we will get back to you
definitely
on those.
just send us a letter.
Send me some nudes.
Send me some noodles. That's what I want.
Oh, send me your favourite goo things.
Do you remember the aliens with the goo?
Yeah, I remember them.
Gooey
You could
aliens.
like make them fucking have babies.
I don't think you could. That was a myth.
That was a myth, but I've tried.
You can maybe do
we
a
all
part
tried.
2.
We all tried.
We
You do
could-
what?
We could do a part 2. We would have a different universes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like Lord of the
come back
Rings,
to
Harry
this.
Potter,
This was good.
Jaws.
There's a lot of universes. Let us know which
Let's not forget,
universe.
in my Jaws universe, we built up the walls and take away in the sea. The Waterworld universe.
The Waterworld universe. The Mad Max Waterworld crossover universe.
The greatest franchise. The GCU, the Gavin
The
Cinematic
GCU
Universe.
is a fucking shit show.
It's
That's
so
not
good.
a universe you want to have any job in. You can find me also, ladies and gentlemen, on Twitch playing games. Pixels Cafe if you want to see my face and some gaming in the background of that.
And yeah, thank you for listening.
Thank you so much. Have a good one. Bye.
It's meandering movies. It's meandering movies. It's meandering movies. So